Hello everybody, JaffaArchfiend here, and well, we're now going to be doing the unlocking part for the third of the Abyssos raids, and then the third Abyssos raid itself. So, Servant of Violence, okay. Well, that's not ominous. Our plan was a success, though I hardly need to tell you that. Hegemony has been sealed away, and now you have no choice but to admit the merit in our methods. You have the right of it. I'm not so petty as to deny the achievements of those I've squabbled with, no matter how strongly we disagree. That feels like a very backhanded compliment. Which we will take. Moreover, this being, ether as thin as retreating mist, unable to wield creation magics, yet powerful enough to subdue a Hemetheus, has made this ordeal far more interesting. Okay, that wasn't even a backhanded compliment. That was a straight up pump. That was a straight up poof. Now we have leave to continue. As for that, there is one among you whose very presence puts the others at risk. To be best to proceed without him, for failure would have consequences that reach far beyond Pandaemonium. And of whom do you speak? A warder who can never conduct his duty without aid. In this place, hope alone is not enough to overcome what awaits you. A single misstep will send all to their doom. So long as we each do our part and look to the allies by our side, even a neophyte can upraise his companions. There's something that Jaffa and Themis taught me. While I do not wish to express any bias, I am inclined to agree. If my investigation has made anything clear, it is that we are together greater than the sum of our parts. And hope has brought this far. It drives us to seek the right path, and to act before that path lies closed to us. Then tell me, what is it you hope for? To see Hephaestus in chains. That's the surest way to prevent further sacrifices. I'm aware that destroying Pandaemonium will rid us of him, but the cost is far too great. And I admit, I wish to know how he means to resurrect Athena. And there we have it. You must leave this place at once, and do not think to set foot in Pandaemonium again. Care to explain something here, La Habrea? You are capable, that much is plain, yet Hephaestus cannot be suffered to live, and I shall not allow his talk of resurrection to poison mine or anyone else's mind. Life flows in a cycle, this is known. All souls return to the underworld, and Athena's is no exception. She has likely found a new vessel, and a new journey to embark upon. You cannot be ignorant to the folly of Hephaestus' words. Even were he to breathe life into a body, the soul contained within would not be your mother's. What if our knowledge is imperfect? What if Hephaestus has discovered something that no one else has? He knows all that you do, understands the bitter reality of the world. He wouldn't pursue the impossible. Think, Erchthinus. I have already explained that he's merely my twisted reflection. Is it worth bringing back your mother if it means others are used and discarded like tools? Okay, this is definitely not the La Habrea we know. I mean, this whole conversation, I'm kind of leaning towards the idea that maybe Hephaestus is maybe the La Habrea we encounter. Or maybe Eric is, maybe, I don't know. Is it worth it to see her once more? Now you measure the worth of your colleagues' lives? What was that foolish brain about saving them? Merely a performance to hide your childish devotion to your mother? Please, such barbs will get us nowhere. We should first discuss... Uh-oh. You would call me fool? You who murdered your wife in service of your ambition? For the sake of the star, no doubt. Uh-oh! I can hear it again. That voice inside my head. Uh-oh. I know who to follow. Hephaestus. Father. Mother, how I love you so. And this voice will guide me to you. Oh, Buggering hell. Listen not to Eric Thanos. Apologies. You taught me that a calm heart stays the course, but I could never even grasp the rudder. Ah, buggering hells. As he was the first boss, he's going to be bloody the next one, isn't he? How many times do we have to knock sense into you, boy? Okay. Hephaestus is cunning despite his warped mind. Whatever took hold of Erythonos has made short work of his reason. From the moment he laid eyes upon me, I could sense his hatred and rage simmering below the surface. It was a matter of time until it spilled forth, and that was when he fell into the spell's embrace. Magic woven with such skill that he himself failed to notice until it was too late. If this is the measure of Hephaestus' power, then the other keywords had little chance to resist it. We saw his work during our encounter with Hesperos. Doubtless, Hephaestus' magics fed his admiration and envy until there was room for naught else in his heart. And there was something else besides. Did you not feel the presence of another? Yeah, there was a voice. As I thought, someone was trying to warn Erythonos, but whom? Could it be one of the keyboards? Alas, their warning arrived too late. I had already provoked Erythonos past the point of no return. I bear the burden for this failure. My stubbornness, I could but scorn the boy, and Hephaestus knew that. Now I dread to think of the ordeal that awaits him due to my rashness. You're a very different La Habrea than 12,000 years from now. There's time yet to save him. We can easily regain control of Abyssos, giving us a firm foothold from which to brave Pandaemonium's lowest level. The enemy is within reach. Time to do what I do best. Kick ass. Pray tell us all you know of which shall await find beyond Abyssos. I can only assume one more keyword lies in wait. The deepest level of Pandaemonium is called Tartarus, and your passage shall be challenged by not only by a keyword. Hephaestus has laid traps in every corner of his halls. You have no hope of surviving far past the threshold. That, I expect, is where Jaffa will shine. Oh, great! His dissolute ether shall allow him to slip through the traps unimpeded. We saw when Hephaestus had no effect, and doubtless even he has yet to devise a countermeasure. The time is of the essence. Hephaestus is already well aware you can match a keyboard in battle. He will not stand idle while you stroll past his other defenses at your leisure. Agreed. However, clarity shall be indispensable to our success. I'm afraid I must insist upon it ere we depart. Yeah, please, I'd like some answers too. We have yet to discern what end Hephaestus would use, Erythonos. If you know, I'd ask you that you enlighten us. It is a matter of Athena. While I understand the very thought of resurrecting the dead is anathema, you act as if grief over her passing should be equally so. How are we to grapple with what plagues our friend and drives our foe if you refuse to acknowledge it? I do acknowledge it. I wish only to spare those that feel it still greater pain. Did you mean to protect Erythonos with your silence? So instead of being honest, you bicker like a child, and so you drove your own son over the edge. Instead of being honest, you bicker like a child. How dare you? Dude, I've said worse to Emmett Selk. No, you're right. The blame for Erythonos' fate rests squarely on my shoulders. Very well, I shall lay bare the truth, but only after the foe before us has been laid low. Oh, goody. The remaining keyword is Adjistus. She has served in Pandaemonium since its inception, and her affinity for magic is peerless even among the keywords. Hephaestus knows that losing her would mean the end of his experiments. He is hidden in a space unreachable by conventional means. Your presence makes mockery of such barriers. Scarcity of your ether means it would be trivial to send you directly to Adjistus. We shall approach as closely as caution will allow. We know the battle will commence, so I do not anticipate difficulty in detecting your presence. From far, I shall do my best to provide you ground on which to fight, and phantom allies to aid you. As for interment, I have yet to think of a foolproof method. Interment shall not be necessary. Buddy? From here, I can sense Adjistus' essence, but it is scarcely recognizable. Hephaestus was more ambitious with her than he was with Hegemony. She has been transfigured such that barely a scantling of herself remains. You can but take comfort in what a mercy the underworld would be to her. Of course, we only have your word on this. Of course, we only have La Habrea's word on that. The 7th circle of Abyssos. Let's see what we got. Yes. I sense that Hephaestus has come close to perfecting his image of a Hemitheus, which means his research is in its final stage. Oh, goody. It is still weird that the fact we've got La Habrea here, and he's... Again, he is very different from his... Well, the incarnation we know him as. Should be interesting to see where all this goes, to be fair.
It's no good. The wound is too deep. It refuses to mend.
Alright, that's the queue popped. Let's get ready to do this. Sorry, just reading my FC chat, and like some of them are going through the dungeon from earlier, and they're like, "Oh god." Hello. Okay. Episode 7th circle. Oh, pretty lights. Oh, cheers for the platform, Elidibus. And, oh, lordy! That's, okay, yeah, I agree with your assessment here, Elidibus. La Habrea, I agree with your assessment, La Habrea. This is definitely beyond saving. Oh boy. Alright. If you will not leave, then you shall become mine. That does not bode well. Okay. Oh, that's a thing. And a justice. And yes, this is my vessel. I've been gifted new test subjects. Oh. Ha! This feels like a... Oh, God! That happened. Okay, run up here by the looks of things. Okay, and where are we going to run? Okay, so far so good. Ah, what the hell now? Oh, that's not good. It's just... Forbidden fruit, now what? I was wondering what those things were going to do. Okay. Okay, that's a thing. Okay. Oh, that's a thing. Alright, more bullshits. Now what? Okay, we got birdies. What are these things gonna do? Okay, that's a thing! How the hell? Cutting it close there, Liddy! Oh no. Yeah, that's a... Oh, now what? Okay, these things were an AoE, so we keep away from them. What the hell? Oh, that's just not fair. Oh, that's just... Seriously? This boss is not fighting fair. You were not kidding with this one being a toughie. I dread to consider what the hell the savage version of this is like. Good lord. Yeah, probably a good idea to give us a week between this and savage mode. Alright, what do we have? Looks like it's 2 birds and a bull. Ha ha ha. Surecast, surecast, surecast. Ah! Oh, I'm dead. Okay. That's close in. That's gonna have to go up here. Run to the side. Oh, bugger. Bugger. Leslie, you might want to res people. Buggering hell. That's all our reserves dead. God damn. Come on, 4% guys, come on. You can do this. Mea culpa. Cruz Ludovic. Bullet Steel. Tadakai and Alese Kalis. Kales. However you pronounce your name. You've got this. 1% left. Come on. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Yes. Oh, wow. And this isn't even the final boss for this Abyssos run. This is just boss number 3. Good lord. I'm sweating buckets here from that raid. Good lord. Ha. Oh boy. Oh. That it is very hard to keep track of it all on screen. But eventually you do manage to figure out the patterns eventually, but good lord, the trick is once you figure out the pattern is getting through the pattern. Oh boy. And this is just from the healer's perspective. God knows the tanks have got their own issues to deal with. And the DPS have got their own stuff to deal with. It's like, oh, good lord. Will you guys just click on the damn buttons? Thank you. This is why you always want in these raids to have more than just the healers to be able to raise. You at least want the summoner or a red mage in there with you. Because they can do reses as well. As we just seen. The moment Abyssos was slain, the flow of ether and Pandaemonium focused keenly on its location, creating a tunnel of sorts through which we could quickly convey ourselves. It was almost as if we were ushered here. Oh, that's never a good thing when you want someone to be inviting you in deeper into the web. The space was created with care and concealed with powerful wards. Only a key ward if been able to detect it, and even then with great difficulty. Ergo. What remains of her? If only I could restore Tartarus to order. But I'm afraid this is the most I can manage with such power as remains to me. It has been too long, Master La Habrea. Likewise, keyword Abyssos. I should not be surprised you were able to break free of Hephaestus' spells, even diminished as you were. It was not an easy task, even with your aid. His curses dig into one's heart, creating a storm of emotions that is all too easy to become lost in. Only by chance did a fragment of myself remain, illuminating a path through the madness. And thus I am able to reappear before you now. Even while my body was powerless to resist Hephaestus' commands, some small part of my logical mind stood alone in defiance. It even managed to speak to the outside world. The report. That was you. Doubtless you recognize my voice from the many times I've called out to you. The hope that those pleas would not fall on deaf ears was all that kept me from coming to hopelessness. I have a greater purpose here than simply saying my farewells. There is something you must know, that the tragedies of the past do not repeat in the present. Forgive me for what I'm about to do, Master Habrea, but the story must be told. It is the only way to understand Hephaestus' fixation on Erichthonius. No longer can you hide your heart away. Oof. Oh, an old message, I think. Abyssos, no, the masked marksman is La Habrea. Master La Habrea had brought an end to Lady Athena's life and sealed away a part of his memories and emotions within Hephaestus. These are my recollections of the moments following. And you truly have no intention of revealing the truth to Erechthonius. My lesser half is now buried where none can find it. We'd be wise to do the same with our memory of this day. Blood should not sway the spirit so, but Athena's teachings have warped the boy. I fear he would see our star burn to keep his mother safe. Erechthonius believes that he feels love, but he is shackled by dependence. He could not bear the truth. What is going on here? His dependence makes it all the more important to be open with him. He will seek answers about his mother's loss, which shall inevitably lead him to you. Are you willing to accept the blame for Athena's death? Are you willing to accept your son's hatred? If that is what comes to pass, then so be it. Better to be burdened with hatred than the knowledge that Athena thought his body and soul mere tools, to be used and discarded. I'm sorry, what? Even were I to tell him what his mother plotted, he would ever seek reasons to believe that the true fault lies with me, or with him. Should he merely hate me, he will remain unfettered by doubt, free to serve the star far from his parent's shadow. I'm sorry, you want to backtrack a little here? Erechthonius loved his mother life more than life itself, and yet what a dreadful truth you've borne all this time. Such is La Habrea's nature. Every action, every word, a solution to life's great dilemmas, and none to spare for his own. What I have revealed to you is but a small portion of a larger picture. I shall leave La Habrea to paint the rest for you, and for Erechthonius, I hope. Oh, we're gonna have to be the ones to paint that picture for that kid. I don't think La Habrea is gonna be open up for that one. Thank you, Agistus. I always admired you, you know. What choice did I have when you sacrificed so much to guide our star to the heavens? Good lord. Hephaestus has doubtless sensed that his final keyword has fallen. We should return to the surface before he moves to strike us here. If we are to face him, we must be prepared to bring our full strength to bear. Ooh. So, Athena wanted to use the kid for something. It was Erechthonius' hatred of his father caused him to fall victim to Hephaestus' magics, and the roots of that hatred were born from his son's love. A love nurtured not by a mother caring for her offspring, but by a researcher creating an ideal test subject. Pandaemonium abounds with demons indeed. Justice was ever a bold woman, even in her final moments, that she would unearth the secrets of my past for all to look upon. Still, full glad am I that she faced you as her last opponent. I can think of none more worthy to send her soul off to the other side. Okay. One final wish. Right, gonna pause the stream here for a bit, and back in a bit. I need to get more juice. JaffaArchfiend, back in a bit.